Okay, today is St. Patrick's Day. It's Coco's birthday. Coco, birthday girl. And so it's March 17th. And there's the birthday girl. And this is a little more than 2 weeks. We've done a lot of work out in the garden. A lot of transplanting of spring bulbs close up here. Digging out plants, dividing plants. This is how I handle my stress. Here's some of my goldfish. You can see them pretty active down in there because the sun came out. There's 3 of them. They've been in there a couple of years. And so I have planted and divided a bunch of peonies, stuck them around here. Dug up some daylilies that don't do really well. Kind of tossed them over there. I'm going to take you around to the side where I had my roses and show you they've been pruned down. The grass hasn't been mowed. It needs to be mowed, but it's been so wet. Let me change my shoes. I'll back up. I've got my shoes here. Okay. Move slower, Mommy, right, Coco?
It's a birthday girl. Say happy birthday, Mom. Happy birthday to you. 8 years old.
Okay, in the sun, let's go. Take them to see the roses. So they've all been pruned back over here. And getting ready to get dug out. And I'm going to use this as an area to plant vegetables because it gets very hot in the summer. And that's good to plant tomatoes there because then the slugs don't like it when it's really hot. So this is what the plan is. So they've been all pruned down, and I'm actually going to show you over here. It looks like our fig tree is still hanging in there. We've got a thing to trap any possums that might come in the yard. So far it doesn't look like they've come in. Looks like the tree's okay. So I pruned back that rose in the corner. And then down here, I dug up those peonies and divided them. And I actually planted 2 different ones together. So they'll come up with different colors. Because it was too early to send them to my mom. So I'm gonna walk you through this little bed. I think I'm going to kind of let the grass take over and just leave a few plants because I can't handle it. But there's my southern magnolia and my dogwood we're walking past right now. So I have done a lot of work, and here you can see it's been raining today off and on. Hailing, but I've cleared this bed out a good bit. I dug out a huge clematis that was growing up here because it's just really aggressive. There's some remnants of it up at the top, and I just moved it to another location. So these beds were these trees with the balls. Those are tricolored willows, and I'm gonna leave those trees, but underneath where I've had flowers all these years, I'm going to plant some kind of produce. So I'm thinking here on the left side I'm going to do herbs because it's a little shadier, but I don't know. It says you only need 6 hours of sun for vegetables, so I've got to kind of time it. But over this side and by the shed I'm going to do some vegetables, and I'm planning out right what I'm doing now. I'm composting a lot, so I'll have some good compost to put down. So I've been back in the corner and I've dug out a bunch of daffodils that were there because they're just kind of hidden and they weren't doing that great, but I just love it with the little orange centers. They're so precious. And then this back corner is where I dug a bunch of them out. I have a Lenten rose over there. And if you've ever seen I can't remember the Latin name of it. But anyway, and there's also a climbing hydrangea on that fence. That's really cool. It grows very slow, doesn't like to be moved, but it's quite pretty when it blooms. So I'm going to turn you around. Right now we're underneath a flowering pear tree. And it looks like I'm not going to be doing too much filming. I just want to show you by the porch over here where I've cleared out the area. This whole area by the porch, I cleared out the moss and the weeds, and there's ferns now there. I just divided and relocated some bleeding hearts and shade plants. And this is back by my window. This is where my bulbs are starting to come up, my spring bulbs. And then this bed is starting to get the bulbs blooming, spring bulbs and stuff over there. So you can see the work we did over here. Yeah, really good. Well, thanks for joining me. Happy St. Patrick's Day.